Top rap star is busted.
Jay-Z turned himself in tonight and the cops started working on his rap sheet.
It's looking like Jay-Z and Beyoncé could be spending a whole lot of time in jail, not only because of the rumors about them eating children like Twizzlers, but they also been scamming artists, scamming kids. Jay-Z been scamming more than Young Miami.
Everyone remembers the headline. Jack Dorsey bought Jay-Z's title for $297 million. Beyonce, Rihanna, Kanye, Nicki, all co-owners, all getting paid. And here's what the SEC filing says the buyer actually paid. $233 million for 86.8% of the company, which means the whole thing, the platform 16 superstars stood on stage to launch, was actually worth $269 million that day, which was less than half of what it was worth 4 years before. Nicki Minaj says she was offered $1 million to go away. Steve Stout said she left millions on the table because she never signed her paperwork. And for 10 years, everyone has been arguing about who got scammed and who's been doing it without, they've been doing this without opening one set of documents that would show the actual results, the filings. So this story is actually stranger than anything you've already heard about it, and I went and read the filings.
Me personally, I feel like everything went downhill for Jay-Z after Aaliyah's plane crashed. A lot of people knew what happened, and a lot of people was involved. And it seemed like there's a lot of bad karma going towards the Carters, because right after Aaliyah passed, that's when Beyonce's career really took off. And Dame Dash ain't never been the same since.
I didn't make no money with Rockefeller. That shit was whack. Half of it went to Universal, and then me, Jay, and Biggs had to split it three-way, and Jay was getting crazy money as an artist. He was double dipping. It wasn't enough money for my kids to eat. So we had to do Rockwood. But when I sold that, and when we sold that, it wasn't enough money to look at, 10, 20 million. And I know it sounds good when you don't have it, but your bills get high after you make a couple of million. So if you got $400,000 a month in bills, that shit burns quick. And all the people you got to loan money to that ain't going to give it back, and taxes and everything else, that shit evaporates. You be like, how you go broke? Yo, if you making 100 but your bill's 120, you broke. Trust me on that, I know.
Ever notice how Dame Dash don't want to tell the whole story? Because he know how the industry go. He know who got robbed, who got scammed, who got killed. But he gotta be his brother's keeper, or else they'll take him clean up out the game. And that's why I'm so glad this man is coming out, letting everybody know what's really going on. Cause you will never hear what I'm about to share with y'all from Dame Dash.
There were 3 SEC filings, 1 federal court motion, and the principal's own posts. And everything that I'm about to talk about on this video is all public record knowledge. March 30th, 2015, the famous stage, there were 16 artists standing shoulder to shoulder as owners. Beyonce, Rihanna, Kanye, Madonna, Nicki, J. Cole, Jack White, Daft Punk, the list goes on. The reporting that week, and it traces back to one Billboard story, said that each act was gifted about 3% of Tidal in exchange for pledging exclusive content. Now look at the sourcing there. One outlet, launch week, unnamed sources, no principal, no document has ever confirmed that there was 3% given to the artists. The thing that they signed on stage, which has been published, is a declaration. And I've read it, it's a manifesto, not an equity contract. Whatever equity paper existed behind it has never been public. So there were 10 years of arguments, and the foundational document of the argument has never been seen. Then in 2017, January of 2017, Sprint bought 33% of Tidal for $200 million. That's a real reported transaction, and it did 2 things. It priced the whole company around $600 million, which was the high watermark for it, and it diluted everybody. So if you had a 3% stake, if it existed as reported, it became roughly 2% after that investment. Nobody renegotiated the legend though. The legend stayed that, quote, the artists own 3%. Now the part that you came for, in March of 2021, Square, which is Jack Dorsey's company, it's now called Block, it announced it was buying the majority of Tidal, and the press release said for $297 million. Every headline said that. Some said $302 million. And then a year later, Block filed its annual report with the SEC, which is the 10K, and the accountants don't do vibes. The filed number was $233.2 million for 86.8% of the company.
With all this stuff coming out about Jay-Z, y'all gotta know he's not acting alone. He been married to Beyonce for 10 plus years, got 3 kids, won Grammys together, made a song called Bonnie and Clyde. So when they put out rumors about him, they might as well put out rumors about her. And I heard some sick things, some real gruesome things that I don't want to believe. They rumors and allegations, but they definitely out there.
Y'all talk all that shit about R. Kelly. Beyonce was on that island where they was kids. Beyonce was on Pedo Island. Beyonce and the Campbell.
Yeah. They said she was in there like, uh-oh, 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 uh-oh.
Right.
I hope I can go see her again.
She was singing to little kids. If you like it, put your mouth on it. This is what I'm saying. It's like you give her a pass. You give her a pass. She can have a concert and everything after she's a known participant on Pedo Island. It's like people want to dismiss it. That's why you can't tell me nothing about what the media say about nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the media is going to make a bad guy out of whoever they want to be the bad guy. Beyonce and Jay-Z are linked to Pedo Island. What? Huh? You ain't got nothing to say, do you?
I want to give a special rest in peace to Big Ron and all the other bodyguards that work for Jay-Z and Beyonce. I don't know what secrets they have, but Julius is hanging on by a string. There's rumors about Beyonce and Julius being lovers. There's so many rumors about them because they got money. If they was broke, there would still be rumors, but wouldn't nobody care. Big Ron let the world know, yes, Beyonce is on drugs, allegedly. That's what he said. And I'll never repeat that again because after he said that, he wound up dead.
Beyonce and Jay-Z will do anything to destroy anyone who speaks out against them. Okay, I get the threats, but you have to remember one thing. I know your deepest secrets. I know so much about you and what you've done. I know so much on how you got where you are, how you stepped on many people. Beyonce, how you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career because she said something about you. That's how hateful you guys are, how you step on anybody to stay on the top. So remember, your relationship was a business relationship, financial, to get to the top, to become billionaires. There's no love there. See, what's done in the dark will definitely come in the light. Keep your threats up. I'm here today, and what I got to say, I'm gonna say it. So don't make idle threats to me. Cause say I ain't Biggie. Say I ain't Beanie Siegels. I ain't Freeway. How you wrote all them off the minute they did for you to get you to the top. All them writing for you, and then the minute you get a little taste of success, you wrote them off. You just totally said, I don't know them. Say you don't know me. I dare you. I dare you. Remember, all the receipts, all the proof, the old school footage, I still have it. See, hardly nobody knows, but I'll say it, man. Yeah, Beyonce's on drugs. She's been on them for a long time, and you keep her that way. Y'all wish it what you wish it to stay on top. But there's one thing about me, bro. I can't be bought. This is Uncle Ron. Just like I know how you got started, I can put my foot down and make it all go away. Promise you. You're playing with the wrong one now.
These rumors about Jay-Z scamming is not for some small bills. I'm talking about millions of dollars. Plenty of artists. J. Cole, he grew out them dreadlocks, moved to Jamaica. He living off the land. Rihanna done got big, chunky, and a whole bunch of other things that I don't need to mention. Y'all seen her on stage. It's a lot of people doing bad. And the rumor is Jay-Z doing bad. That's the reason why he allegedly scamming everybody.
223 million in cash, 10 million in stock. It implies the rough value for a title was 269 million at the time, not 600 million. It quietly tells you that title's value fell by more than half between 2017 and 2021, while the public story characterized it as a victory lap for Jay-Z. And one more thing that the filing says, and it kills a whole branch of the meme tree, the artists were not bought out. The press release says it plainly. All of Tidal's artist shareholders continue as co-owners, and the 10K carries them as minority interests, unnamed, aggregated, with exactly one artist who's named anywhere in the filings, Sean Carter, elected to Square's board in May of 2021. A seat on the board of a payments company worth tens of billions given to a man with no conventional payments background, no fintech background. So read that for what it is. Part of what the deal delivered was the Carter name. Everyone else is a line item called, quote, non-controlling interests sitting behind an option, Block's option, not theirs, to be bought out at fair value someday. So read that structure for what it is. They can't force a sale. They can't force a price, and they just have to wait. So now you go back to that stage. The word that day that they talked about was ownership. Artists finally owning the thing that they built instead of renting it from labels. So put the two documents side by side, and what they announced in 2015 and what the filing says they got. 16 owners became one board member and 15 line items. I'm not going to tell you what anyone intended, but I am going to tell you that the ownership that they announced that day and the ownership the SEC filing describes are not the same kind of ownership.
In the midst of all of this, Jay-Z is suing his alleged son, godmother, because they trying to prove that he's this young man's father. And if he the daddy, then he the daddy. I'm starting to believe that Jay-Z is this boy's father, because he going through all this trouble when all he got to do is take the test. But if he take the test, that'll prove that he was messing with underage girls. Beyonce was young when they got together. Then the rumors about Foxy Brown gonna resurface, and that's the last thing that he want.
I have not stopped my fight,
Jay-Z's legal battle with a man claiming to be his biological son is over for now. Rymir Satterthwaite has withdrawn his federal lawsuit against the rapper, who Rymir alleges to have impregnated his late mom Wanda during the 1990s. He says in a July 27th Instagram video,
just want to get on here and let everybody know the updates, what's going on. It's been a crazy couple weeks, y'all. I want to let y'all know that I have not stopped my fight. I did withdraw my case. It's for a reason, y'all. It's not because I'm stopping with it or not going to refile it or anything like that. It's just a lot going on behind closed doors. Hey, we got to step back and play chess, not checkers, so.
E! News has reached out to Jay-Z's rep for comment about Rymir's withdrawal but hasn't heard back. However, in the June 16th court filing obtained by E! News, attorneys for the Grammy winner, whose real name is Sean Carter, slammed Rymir's paternity allegations. The documents read, the fabricated allegations and claims have been addressed and rejected in multiple other courts, adding that the federal lawsuit was just the latest in what Jay-Z's counsel described as decades-long harassment. Furthermore, Jay-Z's lawyers alleged Rymir's federal suit was not properly served, saying that the music mogul, who shares kids Blue Ivy and twins Rumi and Sir with wife Beyonce, did not learn of its existence until 1 month after it was filed in May. In their response to Rymir's lawsuit, Jay-Z's attorney asked the court for additional time to evaluate the complaint and determine how to respond or otherwise plead. For his part, Rymir said in his complaint that he was not suing for reparational child support, but for damages related to emotional distress and reputational harm after Jay-Z allegedly committed fraud upon multiple courts, misrepresented facts, interfered with procedural due process, and exploited legal systems in multiple jurisdictions to suppress plaintiff Rymir's paternity claim.
Jay-Z never said he wasn't a crook. That's all he rapped about. That's all he talked about. He made that clear. He put the game down flat. Whatever for the cheddar, he'll break you down or break you off, however it gotta go. So as far as his son wants some money, he better get it like his daddy, especially if he got it in his blood. Jay-Z brought all these artists on stage just to rob them in front of everybody. It was a hostile takeover.
The revolution was real on the stage. It just wasn't in the actual paperwork that came later when the deal was done. And what has Fair Value done since? Block's own filings answer that too. In late 2023, Block wrote down 132.3 million of Tidal goodwill. In late 2024, another 73.5 million was written down. That's roughly 206 million in value impaired, according to the company's own accounts, in 2 years. So the remaining artist stakes are minority positions without exit rights in an asset that their majority owner has been writing down. Now, the claim from my comments, quote, the artist equity was recoupable. Jay-Z could claw it back. It was really an advance against their catalogs, end quote. I went looking for the source of that quote, and there is none that I could find anyway. No filing, no reporting. Nothing credible describes owner equity as recoupable. And the SEC accounting treats the stakes as real equity, which cuts directly against it. But here's the interesting part. The myth has a real ancestor. There was a documented recoupable advance in the Tidal story. It was Prince's catalog deal, a distribution agreement that ran until the advance recouped. It was a standard structure negotiated by Prince himself, who chose Tidal loudly and publicly while he was still alive. After his death, his estate and Tidal ended up in federal court, and the estate's lawyers wrote a sentence that you rarely see in a filing. They alleged that the equity term sheet Tidal produced was, quote, fabricated and backdated to appear authentic. Tidal denied it. The case settled in 2018, approved by the probate court, and the fabrication claim was never proven or disproven. So I'm not going to tell you who was right. I'm telling you that there was one documented recoupable advance belonging to the Prince's deal. And a never adjudicated fight over Prince's equity is how, quote, recoupable leaked into the folklore about everyone else's. And notice who was not on the stage at all: Drake, the defining artist of the streaming decade, biggest artist at the time. And by reports, he was supposed to be up there with them on that stage with the other Tidal artists. He wasn't not. And a few months later, he went the other way entirely, an exclusive deal with Apple Music put together by an executive named Larry Jackson.
You got to be careful the way you talking about Jay-Z. You got to be careful about how you talk about Beyonce. And you definitely have to be careful about how you talk about their kids. Kanye West came out and said some things I'm not going to repeat, but it was very disrespectful, talking about Jay-Z's twins. But if you know like I... But if you know like I know, Auntie Solange don't play none of that.
Doing it for the devil, I was supposed to be doing it for the Lord. So I went to New Orleans, man, and this is when it was solidified in my heart. I'm getting, I went to this specific, it's called the Botanica. There was a Puerto Rican guy, he's a dual inducted warlock, Santeria, voodoo, Haitian voodoo. His spiritual mother is a Haitian lady, and they start teaching me more. And I'm there for about a whole week, and he's telling me, I'm the one that's supposed to induct you. You need to come to Puerto Rico and Haiti with me. We're gonna go in October, right, during Halloween time, and you got to sleep at a cemetery. You got to sleep in Puerto Rico, at Haiti first for about a week, then you got to go to Puerto Rico. And I'm thinking, okay, well,
He told you had to sleep inside of a cemetery?
Yeah, if you ever study people that are in Ifa, Yoruba, Santeria, Voodoo, they'll tell you, in order to get inducted, you have to sleep in a cemetery and be tortured. Like, they actually put you through rituals, like hazing, like kind of what you see in fraternity sometimes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, bro. It's real. It's all. You probably could look that up all online, man. Yeah. So I'm thinking this is it, but I was kind of nervous, man, and I'll never forget. One of those days I was being trained up. I'm behind the register where the altar is and all that, and Solange Knowles walks in, Beyonce's sister.
And wait, what city were you in?
I'm in New Orleans, in the Botanica.
Yeah.
Like in the cut, like kind of like what's that street that everybody goes
Bourbon.
to?
Bourbon.
Yeah, it's like 15 minutes walking from Bourbon, and I promise you, bro. She walks in with her boyfriend. I don't know if that's still her boyfriend. It was like a Trini guy with glasses. And I'm looking like, okay, am I seeing things? Nah, this ain't her. And he's talking to me, and I was like, bro, is that Solange? She's like, oh yeah, she always comes in here. Her and her family, they always are doing rituals.
Her family?
Yes.
Wow.
That's crazy, right?
That is crazy.
Yeah.
So dude just dropped the dime. He said all of them are they regulars in that particular. Why that particular shop?
So because they were in the area that she was going to, like, it's like a lot of these witches and warlocks, they have specific areas they go to get witchcraft. So like, just for example, like, how about this? Like,
they trust it. They trust this place to have like these powerful items that spiritually have already proven to work in the past.
It's like Christians, right? Like, let's say me and you were, we got our local church here in the A, and then we went to Dallas, and it's a Sunday. Hey, bro, you trying to go slide to this church? I heard about it. Sure, let's go. We go because we want to just get filled, right? We want to worship, get in the spirit. It's the body of Christ.
Every day is a Saturday over here, baby. But today is a sad day because there's a possibility, allegedly, Jay-Z and Beyoncé could be serving some time. What y'all gonna do when your favorite superstar is sitting behind bars? Y'all gonna have to go back to listening to Plies. Chingy gonna come back with a new hit single. Y'all gonna have to go to his concert. I know these all rumors, but if Jay-Z is really scamming and scheming, who that little birdie putting these ideas in his ear? People saying it's Beyonce. Even Baby Blue Ivy bought up in these rumors and allegations, and I don't like that. Y'all gotta leave their kids out of stuff like this, man. This all grown folk business. Jay-Z, if you listening, I got your back, dog. Whatever rumors they spreading, I'm here to shut them things down. And Beyonce, getting more beautiful and lovely with time. I think she more sexy now than she ever was before, now that she juiced